What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for some Madden 13 online content. Today I am playing with the Washington Redskins going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Definitely, the Seahawks are one of the better teams in the game, but the Redskins to me are right there. They definitely have explosive firepower on offense. Defensively, they're very good. They got good corners, great speed. Good linebacking core. They can mix up, put on the front line. And right there, look at that beautiful touch pass. There goes my floater right in your face. Right now, we're standing in the pocket with RG3. We try to take off, and we don't get too much of anything. One thing that makes this team obviously deadly is RG3, who I believe is the best quarterback in the game of Madden. Just because his accuracy is absolutely insane. I believe he can make any throw just as Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or anybody can do. And he also has whatever his speed is. I think he's the fastest quarterback in the game. If he's not, he's like number 2 or whatever. I just know he's really, really fast. His throwing on the run is incredible. So that gives him a tremendous intangible with that accuracy, with the ability to take off. It's just amazing. So you saw we were able to score, go up 7-0. Now I know I'm going to have a difficult time with the Seahawks if this guy decides to run the ball. Stopping Marshawn isn't an easy task, and you guys know my run defense really isn't the best. So I'm prepared for a long game if he decides he wants to try and run a lot. 4th down, he decides to go for it. Thankfully, we end up getting a sack, turnover on downs. Standing in the pocket, we try to reposition the drag for a streak, but it's shut down. Browner and Sherman are two amazing corners that they have. They pretty much got 2 shutdown corners at the height of like 6'3". So, it's really difficult to try and get too much space on those guys because they're really, really good in coverage. Right here on 2nd and goal, we try to run it, we don't get anything. 3rd and goal, we try a flanker screen, we don't get anything. 4th down, just out of greed, I decided to go for it, thinking I could go ahead and get it, and I needed 4 yards, and I threw a 2-yard route. That's obviously a no-no. Right here, he goes deep. I'm holding the swap button with Hall, but I don't get any animation. Thought he might have been able to try and jump up and make something happen, but he gets a huge gain, almost a touchdown, but Hall does run him down within the red zone, thankfully. So right now it's 3rd and 11, and he's standing in the pocket. He goes a little bit towards the right, and he throws a comeback route, and he scores a touchdown, and now it's a tie game. At that point, I was like, damn, why didn't I just take my field goal? But I could taste the 14-0 lead, man. But, it was a bad decision. Right here, we end up going to the drag route, which I threw a ton this game. He kept giving me the drag, and if you give me the drag, I'm going to take it. And again, you see me go back to the drag. Not to mention that's Pierre Garçon running that route, and that guy's a stud, so I got to give him the ball as much as possible. We have Banks right there, who's really not too useful outside of his speed. He drops wide open pass. Look at that, another floater right in your face. He really drops a lot of passes. His catching traffic really isn't that great. He's a very small receiver, but if he has any type of room in front of him, man, he's going to take advantage of it because he's, 97 speed, high acceleration. Right here, we hit him with the skinny over the middle, though. Yeah, you see that skinny? Look at that skinny, though. I said, look at that skinny, though. 14-7 lead, and I know we're going to have trouble defensively because there's just too many things to try and worry about, and I'm really trying to focus on stopping the run. But then you have to worry about Russell Wilson's speed. You have to worry about all the receivers that they have: Rice, Butler, Tate, who's got good speed, and he even throws it up top right over to the tight end right there, and Zach Miller, who gets another huge gain. Mixing in with some Marshawn, and that just makes everything a little bit more difficult. So to make my job a little easier, I got to try and stop the run as much as possible. Right there, he held on to that. I'm really not sure how. It's not like that's, Andre Johnson right there. But another comeback route decides to hit me where he gets on the 1-yard line. Right there was a good stuff. Very next play, he runs it again, and Marshawn just falls forward like the beast that he is, and he's able to tie this game. So it gives me about a minute some odd left. Not too much time, but definitely enough time where I can make something happen and maybe do some swerving with Banks, though. The human glitch ends up taking it off for a touchdown. As you guys know, that man is a monster at returning kicks. It's the human glitch, man. So we are up 21-14, and if we could get this stop before halftime, would be absolutely huge, giving us the opportunity to go into halftime with the lead. but he ends up getting a great return of his own, almost getting to midfield. Right here he goes, beautiful pass over there towards the right, and he gets himself in great position with one play. Again, nice little, he definitely abused me with the comebacks. Nice stop right there on the run play. And as you see, I'm definitely, unless there's a turnover, probably going to give up a score here. So that right there sucked, you know, knowing that I had an opportunity to make something happen before halftime, but unfortunately I wasn't. So most likely we're going into halftime 21-21. I don't know, Banks was just too tired. Even after a couple timeouts and, you know, that time off the field, he wasn't able to come back. So I don't have too much time to make something happen, you know, but maybe we could get into field goal range and then, you know, try and kick a field goal. That's exactly what happens. We go to Moss and we get to about the 35-yard line where we do end up kicking a field goal right before halftime. So 24-21, we take that lead into halftime, and we're feeling, you know, good. You know, I definitely would have preferred the 7-point lead if I was able to get a stop, but, you know, nonetheless, the way things played out, we still have the lead. You know, you can never complain in the game of Madden, you know, as long as you're winning. So, but this man is playing right there. I'm going for the strip, and as you guys know, they break tons of tackles when you try to go for that strip animation. He's really moving the ball up and down the field on me, and I'm having trouble keying in on what it is that he likes doing. Right there, I had a purple route because he liked to do the comeback and out routes a lot, so I you know, decided to put a purple route there. Right there, another purple route, and we dropped the interception. That right there was frustrating. And again, another catch in traffic that, you know, Miller's is holding on to these balls. He's holding on to these balls, and he ends up scoring a touchdown, taking the lead 28-24. So, you know, it's my job to stay consistent on offense and, you know, try my best to force a mistake on defense. But, you know, that mistake is only going to come in handy if I'm able to continue to score and be consistent on offense. Right, we tried to take off RG3, but we just got stuck in that vortex of offensive linemen. So right now it's 3rd and 6, and this time we take off RG3. We actually have room, and we hit him with the juke, and we end up getting the first down, which is, you know, definitely important. Want to be able to move the ball, move the chains, and, you know, get good plays going. You know, that's why RG3 is so dynamic in this game. You know, he puts up a spy because he wants to account for, you know, RG3. You know, he doesn't want me just taking off for, you know, 10 to 20 yards, whatever type of plays he could go. Wheel route from the backfield was open, so we end up hitting Morris for a good play. We're almost within the red zone. As you guys know, I really struggle in this territory, so we end up just going to the FL screen like I usually do when I'm close to the end zone, and we end up getting a touchdown, regaining the lead 31-28. And now it's like, come on, defense, man, hook your boy up, man. Let's see if we can get a stop. Let's see if we can make something happen. So we could go up multiple possessions, though. Another out route right there that he's absolutely obliterating me with. It's like that out route, comeback combo, that weird hook route, whatever it is you want to call it. He's killing me with it. Over pursued right there on that run. Possibly had a chance to stop him in the backfield, but just over pursued that. So he's standing in the pocket, and he goes over a little bit over to his left. And finally, we end up getting a drop ball due to contact. Right there, we put another purple and another dropped interception. We could really use this right here, and he ends up going to the right. He did what I did my second drive. You need 3 yards, and he threw a 1-yard route. We will gladly decline that holding. So right now, excuse me. Excuse me. You gotta like the video for a biblical yawn, though. Right, you got to. That yawn right there was bibliosity. You gotta like this video now for a biblical yawn, though. So right now it's the 4th quarter. It's 31-28. Right here we go again with the skinny. That route is absolutely nasty, man. So right now we want to kill some time. You know, run the ball. See if we can go ahead and get in that end zone and try to give him as least time as possible to try and allow him to warrant a comeback. So right here he rushes through. We try to take off RG3, but a block shed at the very end gets the sack. And again, another skinny 4th and inches. We decided to put our big boy pants on and go for it. It's QB sneak. And we actually not only get the first down, but we get the touchdown, which is huge. So right now it's 38-28. We're feeling good. 4th quarter, 3 minutes left. You know, he's going to need a lot of things to go his way in order to, you know, come back. Right, he goes over towards the right on that out route. And again, he's absolutely just destroying me with that. So right here, he goes deep. I'm holding the swat. This time we actually get an animation. Hall is able to swat that ball down. Thankfully, that right there was a drop pass because that could have been maybe a touchdown. I don't know. But he decides to go for a screenplay right there, and it works out to his benefit as Leon Washington makes a couple moves and he scores a touchdown. To my surprise, he didn't go for the onside kick. I thought he was going to, but I think this right here was definitely a mistake by him because he's given me, 85 yards to work with, whereas a onside kick would have only given me, 40 yards to try and work with. It would have cut my field in half, so it would have been, tough to try and clock because my space would have been limited. Eventually, I would have made it towards the goal line area, and you can't get no first downs around there. So, but he had faith in his defense. One first down and this game is over, and that's exactly what we do. We hit Garcon with the motion fade, and instead of possibly scoring right here, we just do the smart thing, get down on the ground, do a kneel, take this victory home, and that's exactly what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed, man. It's your boy GS, and I am signing out. Peace. I am getting NCAA tomorrow, so I should be uploading NCAA from here on out on starting Wednesday. So I'm very excited about that. Hope you guys are as well. I am out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.